16 of the fantasy basketball season, and here's a few guards I would drop this week. The first guy, Kemba Walker, the New York Knicks. Kemba Walker, it's been an up and down season for him, no doubt about it, this year in his first year in New York. First, he was in the rotation starting, then he was out of the rotation for a while. Now he's definitely back in the rotation, but he's just not producing and putting up numbers really on the season. 12.4 points a game, 3.3 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 2.1 threes a game, and 41% from the field. But the last few weeks here for Walker, 7.8 points a game, 2.2 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1 3 a game, and 38% from the field. So obviously those are not good numbers, and it's not getting the job done right now for Kemba Walker and this New York Knicks team. So right now, the last few games here for Kemba as well, just no production really. January 26th at Miami, 7 points, 2 threes in that one, 25% from the field. January 28th at Milwaukee, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, 50% from the field. And then January 31st versus the Kings, 0 points, 3 rebounds, and assist, a steal in that one in only 17 minutes of play. So right now, I think Walker's best days are behind him, no doubt about it. His knees are shot. And Tom Thibodeau, he didn't really want him here, is Kemba Walker. He's not the type of point guard he wants to run his system. And obviously, we've seen that throughout the season, in and out of the rotation, and with the injuries. So right now, with Walker not producing, and Tom Thibodeau not really a big fan of him. He's an easy drop, in my opinion, this week. The second guy, Dennis Schroeder of the Boston Celtics. Schroeder turned down a huge contract in the offseason to stay with the Lakers, and he had to settle for a 1-year deal with the Boston Celtics. So right now, Schroeder, he's banged up with an Achilles injury a little, but he's been playing through it. But it's definitely affected him on the season, though. 14.6 points a game, 3.4 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.4 threes a game, and 43% from the field. But the last few weeks here, his numbers have really went down. 7.4 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.1 steals, a 3, and 40% from the field here for Schroeder. So the last 4 or 5 games, we've seen nothing in his stat lines here for Schroeder. And he's been dropped in 5% of fantasy leagues over the last few days here. So the last few games for Schroeder, January 28th at Atlanta, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 20% from the field. January 29th at the Pelicans, 4 points, a rebound, a 3, 25% from the field. And January 31st versus the Heat, 4 points, 2 rebounds, an assist, a block, and 33% from the field. So Schroeder, he's not playing major minutes at all. He's only playing 15, 18 minutes a game over the last few weeks here. And his stat lines obviously haven't shown nothing. So I would drop him this week. If he gets going again, then you go out there and get him. But right now, he's not getting the job done. And the third and final guard I would drop this week is Matisse Thybulle of the Philadelphia 76ers. Thybulle, he returned a few games ago after he was out with the safety and protocols for a few weeks here. So on the season here for Thybulle, underwhelming stats as it is. 5.8 points a game, 2.4 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.8 steals a game, 1.1 blocks, and 50% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Thybulle, he hasn't done much since he returned. 6 points, 2.3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.8 steals, and 62% from the field. So right here, he's another guy that's pretty much not doing anything. He'll give you a few categories, but he's not great at one thing, and he's not getting the job done, and he's playing about 30 minutes a game, and his numbers are still down. So the last few games here for Thybulle, January 27th versus the Lakers, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, a block, 66% from the field. January 29th versus the Kings, 8 points, 2 threes, 100% from the field. And the 31st versus Memphis, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block, a 3, and 100% from the field. So right here, he's shooting efficient from the field, but he's only shooting about 5-6 attempts a ball game. So right now, like I mentioned, he's not doing much of anything at each category. And owners have dropped him in 3% of fantasy leagues. So I would drop him this week. So that's a few guards I would drop here for Week 16 of the fantasy basketball season.